Hey guys, I am Jessica Johnson, and this is my reflection over the Module 7 over LMS, which is Learning Management Systems. Um, I did not I kind of knew online stuff was becoming, I don't know why I'm using my hands, but online stuff has been, growing and growing, but I didn't realize how much and how many students were already enrolled in strictly online courses. Um, I guess because I'm in a smaller area and a low income area, I'm kind of more of a skeptic when it comes to online stuff. I can see why supplementing is a good thing. I like supplementing. We do that already in our district. We we have, you know, in classroom, you know, conversations and lessons and all that stuff. But then they also supplement by putting them on computers, and the school actually buys the online course. Like, it's not a course, but they have it's called Lexia Core 5, and they do all of their reading and literature stuff. They do all that stuff online, and then they also have a math section, which is called Freckle, and they do that also. So, I mean, I can see it being supplemented into the classroom, but I am kind of a skeptic when it comes to um, strictly online, because I see it's hard to even throw out there, like, without being kind of rude, but the home life is some kids just don't have um, the best of home lives, and the only social interactions that some kids get is at a school with their teachers and peers. So, I mean, I'm a skeptic on that line of things. uh, I don't I see, like, great home life, kind of grasping on to the whole online stuff and working with your kids at home and having the fun things and the lovey-dovey stuff that they were showing in the video. But what about the kids that don't get that? Um, that's the only the only thing that I kind of am skeptical about. What about those kids that don't have the support? That's, I mean, if that makes any sense to everybody, that's the only thing that I kind of um, worry about. Um, Through the K through 12 video, it's, I understand, like, some of those kids, they were having fun, they were hands on, and I like the fact that they send all that stuff. Um, that's super cool, like all the science stuff and projects and everything online. That was super cool to see. I didn't realize that they send all of that. That's something that I learned. And then the LVS um, online course brochure. Um, I mean, it looked fantastic. I didn't know anything about it until now. I didn't know that it existed, especially in Lawrence. I didn't know that they had that. I know that they have homeschooling stuff, is, but this is a little different. This is an actual um, K through 12. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between a homeschool and this online courses. It's a kind of like the same thing. The parents, just facilitate and help. They don't. They're not teaching the material. They just are helpers. Um, I seen that it's like $97 to enroll in the LVS program. Of course, it doesn't account for the fact that you have to buy your internet for your home. You have to buy your own supplies. You have to occasionally use your own materials at home or have to buy materials at home to do projects, like science projects. Um, it's all fine and dandy, but what if the home can't afford that? What about those kids that can't? Um, so, I mean, it's all great on paper and it looks fantastic when, it's all that. But again, I'm skeptical about it. It kind of scares me a little bit that we will eventually, well, not eventually, but, they said that we'll eventually be educators of online students. And that kind of scares me a little bit because I do online courses, yes, but I'm a grown up and I have other responsibilities that I don't have the time to go in the classroom. Um, Kids are already pushed in front of computers. They're already doing tablets and stuff like that. So pushing them to just do strictly online kind of scares me a little bit. I don't know why, but it just does. I don't. I don't. I don't. It just scares me a little bit. Um, I think kids need a uh, an outlet, and I think sometimes the school is the outlet for some kids. So that's just one thing. Um, I like that the LVS does include everything. Like they will send you a computer, but they don't give you the internet to use the computer. So a lot of kids would have to go somewhere else if their families can't afford to get internet. Or like in my area, it's a smaller area and it's hard to get uh, internet. And if you do get internet, it's super expensive. Um, so I don't know. That whole thing, it kind of scares me with the K through 12. But who knows? It probably is way more beneficial. I don't know. I just it's hard for me to even think about it. Um, Doing the activity, the making your own class assignments and stuff like that. I tried to do the Schoology website, and it ended up wanting a bunch of confirmations like what school am I at, and do they know that I'm doing all this, and if it's with certain kids, then we have to confirm this, and just a lot of confirmation stuff, which I was like, I don't I don't need to do that. So and then of course my phone is having trouble. I got a dinosaur phone. So I'm having a lot of technical difficulties with that. Um so I ended up just using the Google Classroom. Super easy. I did a project over introducing lessons of religion into classrooms. Goes along with like diverse learners. So I had to come up with a lesson that I could teach that is controversial. So I chose to kind of use that. So I already had the material. So I plugged in a lot of the stuff that I had already had into Google Classroom. I was able to um, put in a lecture. I was able to um, make quizzes. I was able to create a slideshow presentation. I was able to put in links to go to the websites that I found the material from. And um, I think it was missing a little more, like I could have done like a live video instead of typing a lecture that could integrate kids that, have a hard time reading. So, I can see why Google Classroom would be a good choice because you can do all those things and then integrate them into your course quickly and it's accessible. Um, so I really liked it. It was super easy to figure out and create my little classroom assignment. And I would definitely try to supplement it into my classroom. I'm not sure if I would strictly do online. It took a lot of work. It took so much work to create the modules and come up and put all the material in there. It was time consuming. So, I mean, with a classroom, I understand that we're going to have to do lesson plans and it takes a lot to put that in, but it's all on paper. And then once you have it on paper, it's kind of like an outline, and then you can go through and introduce it to students and then just let it thrive and watch children, go through it and learn. Um, I don't see that through the Google Classroom. I didn't get that feeling that I get when I go into a classroom and I see happy faces and they come in and they want to talk to you, and I just didn't get that from that. So I mean, I'm not dogging online classes, but because I mean I'm doing them, but I just they're for certain people. They're not for everyone. And it took me a little bit to try and figure out what I was going to say about online courses. It's not for everybody. It's just not. And to strictly do online courses and make, you know, kids have to do that, I don't think it's beneficial to some. I don't I mean, maybe they have options that teachers and people can come in and help them, but I mean, from my standpoint, I don't I would not want to do it. So, it's beneficial to some, but not for everybody. So, I appreciate you guys listening, and good luck with the rest of your day and module, I guess.